Welcome to my channel and thank you for watching today's video where we look at an engagement between Russian and US subs. If you are wondering why I'm using an AI voice, it is because the movers packed up my microphone and took it with them. I probably should have paid more attention, but then again, I have attention deficit disorder, or maybe I am just a moron. We have two separate engagements where a Russian nuclear-powered attack sub is stalking a US Ohio-class ballistic missile sub, and a US Los Angeles attack sub is stalking a Russian Delta IV ballistic missile sub. Both sides are using passive radar and sonar tracking as to not give away their positions. It becomes evident that the US subs are able to detect the Russian subs prior to the Russian subs detecting their counterparts. Detection does not mean a positive identification of a hostile target. Neither side is authorized to fire unless positive identification is made. The Los Angeles attack sub has positively identified the Delta nuclear sub and prepares to engage it. The Los Angeles attack sub fires a salvo of Mark 48 advanced capability heavy torpedoes, which have 647-pound warheads, which would be a real ball buster. The first round goes to the Americans. The 647-pound Mark 48 warhead tears a hole into the Delta IV sub and sinks it. The second round goes to the Americans as well. Before the Russian attack sub could engage the Ohio-class sub, the American sub was able to fire 2 torpedoes and sink the Russian sub. I'd love to have shown this on the screen, but I accidentally sped the time up too quickly, and I need another beer, so deal with it. The Ohio-class sub launches their Trident II missiles at Moscow. The Ohio-class sub originally had 24 launch tubes, but they filled in 4 of them for reasons, I guess. They now can carry 20 missiles, with each missile having up to 8 warheads. But we usually only deploy 4 warheads per missile because of certain treaties. That means they would likely carry 80 warheads per sub. Russia is protected by a complex array of radar sites and surface-to-air missile defense sites. Around Moscow, they have these sites armed with nuclear-tipped warheads. While it may sound batshit crazy to detonate nuclear missiles over your city, they are one of the most effective methods at destroying incoming warheads. Either way, you are probably getting your taint busted, So what does it really matter at that point? The Russian defense system destroys over half the incoming warheads, but despite their valiant effort, 31 warheads penetrate the system and detonate around the Russian capital. We are now going to use the nuclear war simulator to model casualties from the strikes on Moscow. And let me tell you something. If you are still watching at this point, you have class and are probably better than average endowed. If you were in Moscow, you would probably be soiling your pants right now. Over 12 million lives snuffed out in a matter of hours. The thought is quite frankly more terrifying than being forced to listen to Taylor Swift for 24 hours straight. Although perhaps after 24 hours of listening to that tone-deaf, talentless noise polluter, you might welcome a nuclear bomb detonating over Uranus. I don't know about you, but I need a scotch and a succulent Chinese meal. Have a great day.